Hi kids! What? What? Rack City, bitch. Rack City. So it's been really hot here this week, and everyone's been complaining about the heat and how hot it is, and all over Facebook and all over Twitter and stuff like that. People have been complaining about how hot it is and that it's too hot to do anything and blah 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 blah. And I don't know. Apparently there's a heat wave. I have seen a couple of people here in the streets, some older people, having to sit down on the side of the road and fan themselves because it's too hot, which I found a little bit weird because it's not actually that hot at all, really. Like, they say it's a heat wave, but the temperature here hasn't gone over 30 degrees, which isn't hot. Like 29 degrees is not even warm. Oh, it's warmish, but you can quite happily walk around in a t-shirt and jeans without dying. It's good to spend it at the beach though. I have managed to go to the beach and get a really nice tan, which is good. Yeah, I do find it funny how different places relate to the heat. Like, I have a bunch of friends in England at the moment where it's about 29 to 30 degrees or so, and they're all like freaking out about the heat and how it's too hot to think and it's too hot to move and it's too hot to move. They just want to stay inside where there's air conditioning and keep themselves cold because it's too hot to do anything else. Oh, I'm so hot. And here's me in Germany, and it's like 29 degrees, and I can't wait to get outside and get into the sun and get a tan and go to the beach, and it's brilliant weather, and I've been like waiting 9 months for it to be nice to go outside, and they're all complaining about how hot it is and how sweaty they are, and I don't know, I walk for 45 minutes to get to the beach and don't even break a sweat doing it. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it has a lot to do with where you grew up. Like, I grew up in Brisbane, and it's a fairly hot city. It's not like the hottest place in Australia, but it's pretty warm most of the time. And I guess here in Europe, in winter, it gets down to like -10, and it's never ever that cold in Brisbane, so we get used to being hot all the time, Anyway, this isn't a weather show, but it's having moved to another country and living somewhere where the weather is completely different to what you're used to. It's funny getting used to it, and it's funny watching other people and how they react to weather that, I guess, the weather that you find fairly normal, fairly average, I suppose. The Ashes are on. I love cricket. I think I might like one of the only gay guys that likes sport, but I really love the Ashes. Watching Australia beat England, which hasn't happened yet, so fingers crossed that the second test, which is playing at the moment, hopefully our boys do a little bit better than last time. They did a really great effort in the last game, and it was such a good match. Test matches tend to be really boring because they go on for ages and nothing really happens, and it's just all a bit meh. But for the last match, I was like glued to the TV for 5 days. Sort of, it was brilliant. So I'm hoping that this test at Lord's turns out to be just as good a match as well. And I'm planning on heading over to Old Trafford to see the one-day international between Australia and England, playing in Manchester, which will be cool because I've never been to Manchester. And I get to go watch Australia play England over there, so that should be cool. I'm looking forward to that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe in the little doohickey down below, and share it with all your friends on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll see you kids next week.